Sean, welcome to the podcast. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today.
Yeah, thanks for inviting me on.
Yeah, this is going to be fun. We met at the Pizza Tomorrow Summit, I believe, for the first time, like in person in Orlando a couple months ago. So it was good to see you and give everybody a brief background of like what you do, where you do it, and a little bit about your business.
I mean, a significant number of professional eaters, like famous professional eaters, have come here and done videos and I don't know, all kinds of photos and stuff like that. I mean, it's gotten us a lot of free marketing. I mean, a lot of free marketing.
That's great.
Yeah,
especially with social media now. I'm sure it's popular.
Yeah. Oh, of course. I mean, it's everything, man. I mean, social media. Trying to find, these professional eaters might have 60 or 100,000 followers on Instagram. So when they put something up, we get a ton of traction from it. It's I'm always looking for ways to increase our brand awareness they're maybe a little different. So that's been a good one for us for sure.
I mean, that's great. That's the name of the game, especially with, you can obviously do paid marketing, which is fine. But if you can come up with ways that are like fun and unique for a way for someone to, that when someone comes in and get that pizza, they're going to share that with all of their friends because it's a unique novelty item that you can't get everywhere else. So that's like marketing right there. You're going to get exposed to more people than who don't know who you are or possibly don't know who you are.
Yeah. And it's, over time, it's like the cost of marketing like that for us, that goes down. Like, if you're blasting out, direct mail or, sending, I don't know, stuff in the mail, you're sending emails, you're printing it, ads and papers and stuff like that. I mean, that just, I feel like it's just, it just grinds on, over and over again. You constantly have to put that money out. But with the 32-inch pizza, there was a fair amount of initial spend kind of increasing brand awareness. But like once it caught on, now it continues to produce brand awareness and, marketing value for us, but I'm not putting any more money into it. People are just coming in and ordering it and they're on their phones, Instagramming it on their social media, and it goes out. I even had like inside our box, like we had custom boxes made for it. Inside the box, on the inside, I had printed with our logo and everything because, people get that shot where they open the box lid and they're taking it. So, I had our logo and business information printed on the inside as well. So it gets that. So, it's been...
That's smart.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you gotta really push it. The pizza industry is so saturated, man. If you're not bringing fresh stuff to the table, somebody else will, for sure.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Where did you get those boxes made? Who makes those for you?
Local box converter. I mean, just a cardboard company that operates locally. It was a lot. I think I had $5,000 into them before I sold the first pizza. To get the cutting die and the printing plates and the initial order, you got to order them by the pallet. So it's it's a lot, but I made that back quickly. I mean, we've gone through pallets and pallets of those boxes now.
That's great. So what point of sale system do you use?
We use Thrive. You like
it?
Yeah, it's good, man. I mean,
sometimes I cringe when I ask that question, like if you like your point of sale system, because I don't know if someone likes their point of sale system, and I don't want to like bash them if they don't.
No, it's cool, man. I mean, it's definitely, it's not as strong on the dine-in side as I would hope, which wasn't an issue for us years ago. But now that we have a full bar and a big restaurant, like Toast and all these other POS systems have very powerful dine-in tools. But the Thrive guys honestly were up front with me at the beginning of that. When we first signed up with them, they told me that it wasn't really meant for dine-in, that it does dine-in, but it's not meant for it. But the delivery aspects of it are great. And the to-go aspects of it are great. It comes with pre-configured online ordering that just plugs right into our website. Like it's the stuff that I need it for really works well for sure.
And you just kind of you just deal with the fact that it's not great for dine-in.
I mean, yeah, it's good for dine-in. It's just not as powerful as like, something.
What do you wish it did?
I wish that it's kind of clunky when it comes to like splitting checks and moving stuff around the restaurant, and some stuff that takes servers like a lot of time. If a server has to split a 15 top, they're struggling. they're
Oh,
they're
really?
struggling.
Also, like if there's a 15 top and like there's 3 different checks they want to split the things into.
Yeah, they're stuff that's really time consuming for servers. And I was a server all through college, man, so I know their struggle. Like it's tough. I mean, it's tough, but it is what it is. Like at the same time, we looked at Toast and we look at some other ones, and they don't have the delivery functions that we need.
Yeah.
So there's always a trade off. I don't think there's
Definitely.
one POS system that just has it all.
No, I've done 500 plus podcast episodes, and I generally ask for the most of them, like what point of sale system you use. And, there's the Thrive, Speedline, Food Tech, Toast, Aloha, like the main ones that people use. And everybody's like, I like it, but I like this, but I like that, but there's always a but involved. There's never like, I love it. End of story.
Yeah. I mean, everybody's got different needs, man, and it's, I don't know. I've never developed software, so I don't know what goes into it, but I imagine like any software company is trying to balance priorities and needs, and, you just do the best you can.
Yeah, it's hard. I recently developed something software wise, and it's not easy. And like just to change one little simple thing you think is like, just change the thing. And like me, who's not an engineer, is like, just change it. What's the big deal? Just move that over there. And they're like looking at me, like staring at me, like, do you know how much work comes into like just taking that, moving it over there? And I'm like, no. Like there's so much code that needs to be written and moved around in order to just do that thing. So I've come to, feel bad for those guys who are engineers, but that's what they like to do. They like to sit in front of the computer and just code things. But it is hard. That's why I think the majority of point of sales are, first of all, they're engineers and like computer people. They're not a pizza guy who created a point of sale system for a pizza restaurant. So they're coming at it from like a more computer perspective. So they're just like, all right, what does the mass need that we can kind of please everybody and not make it so hyper focused for one restaurant. This is what one restaurant needs. Like, how can everybody be able to use this?
Yeah, for sure. And that, actually one of the things I do love about Thrive is that they are really pizza focused. And so, the onboarding and some of the support I get, like they're used to, I guess, fielding those kind of questions. So it's not so, I don't know, the support I get from them, with us being a pizzeria, because entering a pizza into a POS system is way different than entering a cheeseburger. You got half extra pepperoni, the other half light cheese, you know what I mean? And the people get so extra with their pizzas. So, Thrive handles that really well, for sure.